You guys, we have shrimp Alfredo baked potatoes, you guys.
Shrimp
Now,
Alfredo baked
everybody
potato.
in the newsroom, when they heard what you were making, they're excited. They've been thinking about it.
Madison's been talking about it all morning.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she ain't stopped talking about
enough
it.
for everybody today. All right, so let's get into it.
So
Fresh.
what we got here?
Welcome back to She's the Hottie podcast, where we chew and chat. Cousin, welcome back. What they do? To She's the Hottie. She's a Hottie. Where they at? Where they at? We actually live. Yeah. When you had a long day, no time to play. Wanna get back and relax and see what I gotta say. Go Ashley. Yeah. She's a Hottie. Yeah. You in the place to be. Peep the vibe with my guests as we talk and eat. Go Ashley. Yeah. She's a Hottie. Yeah. Now She's a Hottie is the place where we voice our opinion and still feel safe. Ain't no fake tea. We push it right here. I'm just trying to be a millionaire. We gon' chew. We gon' chat. We gon' learn. How about that? We gon' learn how to be wealthy, eating, cooking healthy with Ashley. Go. She's a Hottie. You guys, today we have a special guest joining us. He's the face you trust every morning for your weather updates, keeping the Big Bend and South Georgia informed, rain or shine. With over 2 decades of experience in meteorology and true passion for what he does, we're excited to welcome WCTV's very own Rob Nucatola.
You make me sound distinguished and old. 2 decades. Where did time go?
Well, distinguished is a fact, but not old at all. You got one heck of a career, huh?
I've been at it a little while.
Yes. I'm very excited to have you
I'm
today.
very excited to be here.
We're normally on WCTV News, doing the cooking recipes and stuff together.
And you make some fabulous stuff.
But today we have him on my podcast, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and do a thumbnail.
Thumbnail.
Yes. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. So today's food is sponsored by Cooking Healthy with Ashley.
Okay.
So I usually give a free recipe with each episode, but today I'll just be informing you all where you can buy this delicious salad.
All right.
It's Cooking Healthy with Ashley. I will be at Friendly Shores on Tennessee Street. You guys, it's a seafood bar and grill, but on Tuesdays, I will be serving you these fresh salads and loaded potatoes.
They look wonderful.
Yes. So on the salads, we have romaine lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers. We have eggs and cheddar cheese, some jalapeno, red onions, shrimp, boar's head turkey, and Philly steak.
Wow.
So let's get into it.
That's quite a set. Everyone was still commenting about how delicious the potatoes were from yesterday.
Really?
That you cooked at the station for us.
What did they say?
Oh, they were talking how fabulous they were. I was sampling the shrimp yesterday. It was wonderful. I'm looking forward to it again here today.
Awesomeness.
Outstanding.
So what he's referring to, you guys, I made a shrimp Alfredo loaded potato, you guys. And that was the recipe we did on the news. And they were excited. I was excited. So I may have that on my menu for when I go back to Friendly Shores.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Because people been asking about it.
People liked it. People like it.
So what do you think about the salad?
I think it's delicious. Very fresh, but lots of different little flavors mixed in there. I'm a fan.
You guys, I just found out Rob does not like salad dressing.
Yeah, I could live without it. I like the way that this food tastes without it. You know,
Right.
The salad dressing kind of seeks and destroys. So I like all the flavors to play together nicely.
Okay, so before we get into your interview, let's do a cheers.
Oh, I like a cheers.
We have a Pinot Noir.
Okay. And a very tasty one.
Awesome.
I'm a fan.
Awesome. I'm a fan of that one as well.
All right.
So let's get into it.
Oh, let's get into it. I'm ready. I'm not used to being on this side of the question, so this is a different experience for me.
So I want to know.
Okay.
How did you first become interested in meteorology?
Well, you know, see, I've been asked that question a few times.
Okay.
And it actually goes back to a movie that I saw when I was little.
Okay.
Or I was getting to be the point where I was old enough to realize I was never going to be big enough to be a pro hockey player. So I needed to figure something else out.
Okay.
And I saw this movie, and the main character in the movie was a TV weatherman. And I thought that was the coolest job I'd ever seen, this guy on TV. And then so that kind of got in my head, and as I went through high school and at the college, I started studying weather.
Get out. That's how it started.
That's how it started. I saw a movie. Mark Harmon was the TV weatherman, and the movie was called Worth Winning.
Worth winning. I gotta check that out.
Okay, anyway.
You know, they always say what you do as a kid is what you're gonna become when you're older, you know, or when you become an adult.
Right.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to grow up, so we'll figure it out.
No, that's right. We all are. All right. So what's a typical day like for you?
Well, a typical day like for me, I start early.
Okay.
I mean, I mean early.
Yeah.
I'm usually at the station about 3:15. That's early. And then my first hour or so is figuring out the forecast. And the way I discover that it's like the hard part of my day is figuring out the weather. The easy part is the on the news part, because then I think back to when I was a little kid telling my mom what I did at school all day.
Right.
So that's doing the weather, the playing and the telling my mom part. The figuring out the forecast, that's the really important part. And that's my like 3:15, 3:30 to 4:30. And in these past couple of years, from 4:30 to about 5, I'm getting the news ready too, because they have me doing news anchoring too.
Right.
I need a little time to reread the pre-read, because people write their news and they write for themselves.
Right.
I speak a little different than a lot of news anchors, so I need to make it put my own little shine on it. So
right.
I need about a half hour for that. So my typical day, I'm there early. Fortunately, it doesn't take much time to get this ready. It's one of the perks when you have all or don't have a lot of this.
No.
So I only need about 15-20 minutes, and I don't live far from the station. I'm there. I'm at the station until a little after 9, doing the newscasts, and then I go and take my dog for a walk.
Oh wow!
The sweetest woman in my life is my 7-year-old husky pit bull mix. So she gets about an hour from me every morning in between the shows, and then I go back and we do the noon newscast, which is when usually I get to see you every other week.
Right.
And then at 12:30 I'm done. So it's really neat. I'm done with work at 12:30.
Yeah.
I just start really early.
But you start early.
Yeah.
I mean, what happens when you're getting the forecast together, right?
Right.
And you got it together.
Yeah.
And then something else happens with the weather. What do? Do you have to improv? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, and it happens a lot. Like this time of year, some of the real important information that we get on tropical storms and hurricanes comes in at 5 a.m. Well, we're already in the news at 5 a.m. So I'm already doing something else, and I'm kind of peeking over Lenitra's shoulder or Madison's shoulder, looking at the monitor, hoping something is going to show me some information so I can go over there and make a quick change during one of their stories or doing something else. So, yeah, that happens a lot.
Wow. So so shout out to Lenitra Bennett.
Yeah.
I interviewed her a couple of episodes down, so you guys make sure you check that out. But what's your favorite weather season?
To forecast or to enjoy?
To enjoy.
I like fall. I like fall.
Yeah.
I like it when it starts to get a little cooler out. I like it when we can open the windows. I like when we can sit outside and enjoy. I'm an outdoorsy kind of guy, so the summer months it's hard to be outdoorsy because it's so humid.
Right.
And I don't mind the cold.
Right.
I like the cold probably a little more than most around here, but I'm from up north, so it's different for me. But I really like the fall.
Right. You're from New York.
I'm from New York.
What part of New York?
I grew up on Long Island.
Okay.
And then I went to college in Buffalo and Syracuse. So I spent some time, and then my first job in TV was in northern Maine. So, I mean, I have done lots of cold. I've done lots of snow. I've enjoyed the last 24 years of being here where I get no cold and no snow.
How did you get into your first TV job?
TV jobs, especially when I was trying to do TV in the late 90s, it was hard to get into TV.
Right.
So you make a demo tape, and you kind of just sent it. Back then it was VHS tape, you had to mail out.
Yeah, and some of y'all don't know about that.
A lot of time in Kinko's making photocopies and of resumes, and you kind of hope that somebody talks to you. I was able to get a news director from a TV station, a very small market in Presque Isle, Maine, northern Maine. And one day I just, I literally got in the car and drove all the way the heck up there.
Yeah.
And kind of bullied my way into getting at least a little more of an audition. That turned into like a part-time job, like 1 day a week.
Yeah.
And I moved to northern Maine to work 1 day a week. It was rough at the beginning there.
Ooh, can y'all imagine?
So
that's dedication there.
yeah, you want a job, you want to do it.
Yeah.
You find a way to make it happen. And a couple months in, one day turned into full time, and you know, all these years later, I'm here.
Do you think people today still have that type of dedication? It's a little different today.
It's so different today.
Yeah.
You know, the background, the upbringing, the work ethic. I think it's a little different today. And I call it the photomat generation, right? Do you remember taking photog and pictures, and you have to take the roll of film? You got 24 pictures, and you had to go to photomat and wait 2 days and hope they didn't suck.
We used to go to the nightclubs and take whole digital cameras.
Oh.
The throwaways first, and then we started getting the digital camera.
Right?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So and we had to wait and hope the pictures came out well.
Yeah.
A lot of people have never, you know, take a picture on your phone. It's right there. You see, I don't like that. I'll do it again.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So we had to learn how to wait and be patient.
Yeah. We were grown different.
A little bit.
That's why I never even thought about it in that way.
Mm-hmm. Well,
okay.
I'm going to chew while you talk.
Yes, definitely.
It's too delicious.
So we know that you love hockey. Mm-hmm. But what are some of your other hobbies outside of WCTV, like outside of weather?
Well, that's great. Okay, well, my dog.
Okay.
She takes up a lot of my time. I've spent the last many years, I said my son is now in college, but for a big chunk of his teenage years, it was Taekwondo and it was lacrosse. Mm-hmm. So I really enjoyed being a sport dad.
Okay.
Taking my son everywhere. We had Taekwondo tournaments when he was little, and then we had lacrosse tournaments, and those were weekends, and those are some really fun times with him. My wife is big into DIY.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And she's incredibly artistic. I am not.
But you don't think so?
No, but I'm very good at doing what I'm told.
Okay.
So, and I'm mathematical, so I can measure things and level things, and she does the important stuff. But we're a pretty good team. So we DIY whatever she wants to. So that pretty much occupies my time. And of course, my biggest pastime, I like to play golf. I play a lot of golf. That is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that? Do you pull up in your Jeep?
I don't have my Jeep anymore. My wife found a car she liked, and we got her another car, and I inherited her car because...
Right.
You know how that works.
Right.
So my wife's got a fabulous car. I love hers. I have her old car, which is a wonderful car.
Right.
Me and Luna miss our Jeep.
Oh.
Especially this time of year when it starts to get cooler out.
Right.
Because in the summertime, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
But like in the first couple of cool days, I'd be like, I wish I could take top off.
I know. You used to keep your top off because I
All
used
the
to be
time.
like, I wish I could just take my
Oh
entire...
my God, it was the best.
It's like I need like 3 people to take the top off.
I installed one of those pulley systems in my garage, so I could just like hook it up to the thing, and it was so much easier once we had that on there.
See, my Jeep can't even fit in my garage.
Oh.
So
Okay.
sucks. So, if you can create the most perfect day of weather,
Okay.
what would it be?
I would like 50 degrees in the morning, clear skies. I would like probably 65 or so around lunchtime, a high of about 78, a few puffy white clouds, decent sunshine, a little tiny breeze out of the northwest. That's what I would like.
That was so perfectly said. I feel like the TV was just right here. And you know, when I'm coming to the news,
Yeah.
and I'm prepping, and when every time you get on to do the weather, I know we're gonna be up next to do the cooking segment, and it's just always so interesting to see you doing the news in live form, like right there. You know, it just seems like TV is right here.
TV's right there.
Because people are watching you all the time on TV, like. When you're out in the public, do you get a lot of people stopping you or like fan shop?
Sometimes, you see a lot of looks. You get is that because if I'm not wearing my suit, maybe I look a little different. I don't know. I'm sure I'm a lot taller on TV than I am in real life, and that's okay. So, all that kind of stuff comes together. But at this point, I have been doing it a long time. I'm kind of oblivious to it all now,
Okay. Awesomeness. Did you start doing a little bit of anchoring when what's his name?
Yeah, when Art retired. Art
Myers.
Yes.
How could I forget that name?
Yeah,
Such a special name.
When Art retired, they were trying to find someone to do it, and they needed someone, and then they needed me. Somebody was sick one day, and they needed me to fill in. And next thing I know, And 3 years later, I'm doing it.
It was you.
Yeah.
You was the perfect fill-in though, because I was kind of wondering because I felt like Lenitra and Art Myers were just such a perfect balance.
Yeah.
And I was like, who are they gonna get? And you were the one to fill in. So that brings me to my next question. Let's take a bite.
Take a bite. Mm-hmm. Delicious.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I need to start eating my salads without dressing. I mean, it's a lot healthier. So, what did you think the first time you met me? Did you think I could cook, or were you unsure?
Okay. Well, the first time you were there were so many spices and seasonings and bottles of stuff, and there were so many smells coming from the kitchen set. And people don't realize, right? You said it. The kitchen set is like 10 feet from the weather wall.
Right.
So it's right there.
It's right there, yeah.
And you were sizzling up and sauteing stuff, and you were making the kitchen smell so good. And I was like, I don't know what she's cooking, but I like the way it smells, so I can't wait to get over there. And, I get to do the cooking segments at noon, or, a little part of it. So I was looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. And so it's always nice to see how other people make their deliciousness.
Yeah.
So I very much enjoyed your deliciousness all these times now.
You know what Art told me?
What did he tell you?
He said, you have some people that come on the show and their food is not that good, but you gotta say you like it anyway. And then,
He's right.
You have some people food and it's like, it's okay. He said, but then you have people and their food is excellent. He said, and your food is excellent.
I have not had a thing I haven't pretend with for you yet. I'm not going to pretend. I will tell you that the true test will be Lenitra, because Lenitra will let you know if she don't like it.
Oh, she will let you know.
It's all over her face if she don't like it. So that is true.
She'll talk slow. She'll be like, okay.
Yeah. So she will let you know. But we have not had that with you yet, which is fabulous.
Awesomeness. So, what's your approach when you're delivering difficult news or severe weather type news? When the severe weather part, which is really important to me, what I want to make sure I'm able to do is convey the information in a way that everybody understands it, and I want to make sure I do it to the point where I don't want to alarm anyone. I'm not into the scare tactics. I'm not into the clickbait. I don't. That's not what I do. I always say I don't need to be first. I'd rather be right. So if I take a little longer to make sure it's there, I will. But I want to make sure that you understand what I'm saying, and I want to make sure that what I'm saying is what it's going to be. So that's the most important thing to me. And when it comes to the more difficult news, I'm kind of a happy, peppy kind of dude. So when I have to do that, I need to take a little bit more of a breath, and I slow down a little bit more to try to, I'm new to the news part. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've done news in my career. There's probably not many jobs in the TV station I haven't done yet. Right.
But so over the last couple of years doing the news, you kind of get the feel for that too. So, but when it comes to the severe weather, dangerous weather, mm-hmm. I want to make sure it's clear, it's concise, and it's said with the right emphasis without trying to alarm anybody, or I'm not here for the hype. Like some people are all about the hype.
Yeah.
I got no need for the hype.
My mom loves you.
Well,
okay.
Well, I love your mom.
But let me tell you, my mom is one of those people who are so terrified of it could just be a tropical storm.
Well, I think a lot of people are really scared of the weather, especially the last couple of years, and that's okay. And that's okay.
Yeah. What do you suggest to people who are terrified of the weather, whether it's a tropical storm or a hurricane, where you don't have to be evacuated, but they're very terrified of the weather. Like, what do you suggest for?
Well, I think the most important thing is to be aware, to understand what it means, to know your surroundings. Mm-hmm. You know where you live. You know what your house is susceptible to, right? You know if you've got a bunch of trees hanging over, or if your area floods all the time. If you have frequent power outages, kind of like what impacts your area. So be aware of that. And then if there is dangerous weather, and we'll let you know about it, we'll give you instructions too. If we're talking tornadoes, we tell you that, make sure that you get to an interior room. If we're talking about potential flooding or potential tropical weather that you do need to evacuate, we'll let you know. Mm-hmm. We'll also tell you, hey, it's going to seem so much worse than it actually is sometimes. And we're going to have to get through a couple hours. It's going to be noisy and scary, and then it's going to be done. And then it's cleanup time. So we try to give you the best information that we can, and we try to give you the most complete instructions that we can, and we try to be there with you the whole time.
So, Haylene,
Yeah.
what was that process? Because we're still dealing with that, right?
Yeah, some of our eastern counties are still trying to get power back. I mean, and that was,
Yeah.
you know, we're talking here on October 8th. That was more than a week ago.
Right.
So, I mean, think about it, and it's been really hot.
Yeah.
So without power for a whole week, and those are small problems, right? Because that'll come back on. But the people
Right.
lost their houses. People
Yeah.
had trees crash through them. So that was a real scary one, and it was one of those that no matter how we looked at it, no matter how we you know, it's impossible to reassure until we know, and then once we know, when the news isn't good, you know, there's only so much we can tell you. So we just have to, you know, hang in there and get through. And for some of our eastern areas, you know, from Madison County up through Lowndes County
Right.
and all those areas in the Suwannee River Valley, we're still putting things back together. And there's still debris. There's still damaged trees. There's still damaged homes. There's still tarps, all that. So, you know, even a regular afternoon rain now aggravates some concerns in those places. And you know, I mean, we feel for these people. That's,
Right.
I mean, those they're our people.
Right. And then now, you know, we have Milton coming.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to affect Tampa, Orlando area really bad, right?
Yeah, that looks as of when we're talking here now.
Right.
That looks like it's going to be a Central Florida thing, and it's going to be a real big problem for Central Florida. Everywhere along the I-4 corridor, and from Tampa to St. Pete to Clearwater, maybe down as far south to Sarasota, maybe as far north as like Ocala and Gainesville. So that's what I'll be doing most of my night tonight and tomorrow, is be tracking that and seeing how that's going. For our immediate area around here, and you know. Sometimes I refer to our area, and people always say, "Rob, what does that mean, Rob?" That means like I-75 and I-10 up to Tifton, and like the Apalachicola River all the way up into Alabama.
Okay.
Like if you just do goalposts there, everything in the middle there, that's what I consider our area. That's the people who watch me on TV. So that's my primary concern. So I think our area, really small impacts from Milton, unless there's a big shift with it. Like I said, this is Thursday night or Tuesday night the 8th.
Yeah.
So we'll see if there's a little shift, and then there could still be a little bit here and there. We'll adjust the forecast for tomorrow, but it feels like this is all going to be south of our area. Maybe we get a little rain, maybe we get a little bit of wind, a little bit.
Yeah.
But not a real big deal here. I'm really excited actually, because the weather here is going to turn out really nice Friday and for the weekend. But we got to get through this little hiccup first.
Okay, awesome. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The hurricane may have already come through before this video actually came out, you guys.
Yeah.
But this is still really good information to know, you know, before or after, you know, depending upon when this video comes out, everybody. So, you guys, now we're gonna do a game
Cool, I like
called
games.
On the Subject, Off the Subject. Are you ready?
I think I am.
You think you can do another sip?
I could absolutely do this. Right.
All right, you guys. So on the subject, off the subject. First question. If you had one wish, any wish in the world, what would it be and why?
That's kind of a loaded question. If I had one wish, any wish, what would it be?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Right? Now you gotta play the Jeopardy thing for me.
It could be anything.
Anything.
Anything. You can take your time, because anything.
Let me chew on that for a second. Let me chew on that for a second.
Nutrition.
That's it. No. Maybe if I could have one wish, anything, it would be to have a completely simple, relaxing day on a golf course with no outside influences, where I play some of the best golf that I've ever played, with some good friends, and everything that's going on around the world leaves me alone.
Oh, man.
How about that?
That sounds great. That sounds wonderful. It sounds like in your position you have a lot that's going on. So that sounds like, just peace. And we all need peace.
Right.
So that sounds really great.
Yeah.
Okay, awesomeness. So if you was given $1 million tax-free money,
Okay.
what would you do with it?
What would I do with $1 million tax-free money?
Just given to you.
Well, there'd definitely be a vacation in there someplace. I'm sure there'd be a trip someplace. And I'd like to go skiing. I'd like to go skiing someplace.
You go skiing too?
Yeah.
Wow, what all you do? Okay, so you go skiing, you play golf.
Yep. I'm a little outdoorsy, and I like to be active. I can't sit still, period. So I don't like to sit still. So I like to be doing things, but I would really like to go skiing.
Where?
I would like to go to the Alps, to go to Europe and do that.
Okay.
I would also like to help out dogs that need a little extra love. So if I could set up some and set that way, that would be really nice. Like I said, my dog is super important to me.
Yeah.
My little angel there. So and I joke if you I don't know if it's on my TikTok page or my Twitter. I just want to watch dog videos and talk about the weather. Is that so wrong?
That's not right. I love dog videos because I have a dog baby too.
Okay. Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
I have a Chihuahua.
Oh my! You have a little itty bitty baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
and she's old now.
Oh.
Yeah, she's 13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay, that's doing really well for
But
Chihuahua.
she's really healthy.
Okay.
I take very good care
I have
of
no
her.
doubt she gets a lot of love. Oh, that's fabulous. I love to hear that.
She does. So I very much so understand the love for dogs.
Yeah, my baby's 90 pounds, so she's
Woo!
yeah, she's a big girl. She's a big girl. So yeah, if I could help some animal rescues and some animal shelters, I would love to be able to do that too a little bit more.
Awesomeness.
Okay.
Okay. So, third question out of 5. Respect or loyalty? You have to choose one, and why?
Loyalty, easy,
Okay.
easy.
Why would you pick loyalty over respect?
Because the people and the things that matter the most to you, that you are there for and that are there for you, are more important than outsiders and anybody else's perceptions. So the people that you're there for and that are there for you, they matter the most.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, no, I'm all about loyalty.
That was a good one. Okay. I never heard it in that way. That was great. Okay. Money or power? If you could have all the money in the world or all the power in the world, which one would you choose and why?
Oh, see, I feel like that's an unfair question because they kind of go together. I don't think I have any need for power. I don't think that's my thing.
Yeah.
I would love to have some more money.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't? So again, I want to go skiing in the Alps. I want to help dogs. So yeah, I guess I would say money.
I would too. Okay. And last question.
All right.
What is your definition of success?
Older Rob would have a different definition of success than younger Rob. Younger Rob thought that success was advancing through TV markets and getting to a bigger career and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
This current iteration of Rob is real happy seeing his son do well in college, seeing his wife be happy, seeing my parents still doing okay, and being able to be there for all the people that matter to me, and that goes for all the people that count on me for the weather. So the fact that I'm able to provide something to everybody and I'm so thankful, by the way, that everyone that watches me or goes to my socials for the weather, I do it for you guys, and because you guys come to me, I want to do more for you guys. So I feel like I'm very successful.
Oh man, that's so perfect. I love that. And you do because definitely. I follow you on social media.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
And when hurricanes are going on, you're out in your civilian clothes. You're talking to the people. You're still letting us know about the weather when you don't have to.
Well, the weather don't stop, so why should I?
Oh man!
The weather's always there, and people are always wondering about it and concerned about it, and so if me talking to a cell phone will help people feel a little bit better about what's going on, then why can't I? You know, never. One of my really good friends and I, we got a statement that we always say: if you can make somebody smile, why wouldn't you?
Right.
So if you can set somebody's mind at ease, why wouldn't you?
Right.
So that's why, yeah. The weather don't stop, neither do I.
Oh my God, I know I completely appreciate it. I know so many other people do as well, because I don't really watch the news like I probably should, and a lot of the younger generation doesn't.
Right.
But to be able to get on Facebook and still get that same update and weather and knowledge, you know, you and Lenitra, y'all still let us know these things. I mean, I'm really grateful for you for doing that.
And that's why we do it.
Oh, awesome. So, do you have anything special that's about to go on? Anything we should be looking forward to? Anything we should be watching out for? Or
well, first we got to deal with Milton.
We got to deal with Milton.
And hopefully by the time y'all see this, Milton's long gone and everybody did okay.
Right.
And then we got the fact that October's here, right?
Right.
And we've got October's usually when we set the switch to much better weather.
Right.
And before you know it, it's Thanksgiving and the holiday season. Uh-oh. Someone's coming for you.
Did I get a... You guys, my pops was calling. Matter of fact,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to answer it. Dad.
Get him on live.
What's up, baby?
Dad, say hey to my podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt. Rob there?
Yeah, he's here.
Tell Rob I love him, man.
Oh my God, love you too, my man.
Say, hey, Rob, you my man. You know, you make me laugh all the time.
I'll take it. Thank you very much. I'm glad I can.
What, Dad? I'm gonna call you back in a few minutes. Thanks for interrupting. It was a
Dad.
good interruption. I'll call you back. Bye. Love you.
I love you too, baby. We'll talk later.
Okay. Bye. Oh, you guys. So this was the one time I didn't put my phone on silent. But it was a cool interruption.
All right.
But yeah, so did we interrupt you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, so thank you so much for presenting us with the news, doing
All right.
everything that you
Happy
do
to
for
do
us,
it.
having that love for it as well.
Yeah.
I'm really blessed to know you and to be able to see you every month
Thank
and
you.
work alongside
Yeah.
you. It's always fun. It's always good energy.
Always
So,
look forward to when you come to visit us.
thank you for coming out. Rob Nucatola, you guys. Hi,
Cousin. Welcome back. What they do? To She's a Hottie. She's a Hottie. Where they at? We went Ashley live. Yeah. When you had a long day, no time to play. Wanna get back and relax and see what I gotta say. Go Ashley. Yeah.